let's begin by turning to the left and coming down onto the belly. Take your time. Enjoy the way down, and I will do a shameless plug for my playlist because it's super fun, and the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy is better with the actual song. So if you don't always use the music, I definitely recommend it today, but I'll tell you when to hit play. We can be in silence for now. So as you're ready, stack the hands elbows wide, forehead to hands, and make sure this position feels comfortable. So wiggle around, set up any props underneath your arms or your belly, whatever helps you feel cozy and supported without too much pressure in sensitive areas. And then give yourself permission to relax, to soften, to be held by the earth. And this pose might feel really relaxing, almost like a mini nap moment, but there's something really powerful happening as the diaphragm presses into the earth. You're literally getting stronger. Your breath is literally becoming more powerful. Sorry, it took me a moment to find that word, Angeli. I'm still here. And so appreciate that dance of being soft and being relaxed, but feeling that energetic work that's happening. Aloha, Roseanne. Welcome. And this is the magic of this style of yoga, that we can have our movement be effortless, yet we truly are getting stronger. And all of you have practiced with me long enough to have experienced that for yourself. And let's just take a few breaths to witness the breath, witness that dichotomy of softness and strength. And as the diaphragm activates, you often have the opportunity to relax your superficial muscles. So maybe there's a little tightness in your low back that you can let go of, or in the jaw, in the neck, in the shoulders. You know your spots. Try breathing through the nose, keeping the mouth shut, and feel that subtle strength building at your center, and see if you can release any tension at the surface. We'll just take a couple more breaths here and try to be okay doing nothing. If you notice that almost like, okay, what's the next feeling? Try to open up to what's happening right now. And then ever so gently start to melt the arms forward, so the arms are reaching away from the feet reaching away from the hands. Let the forehead come to your mat or your blanket, and take a moment just in this straight line. Gently start to push the elbows down, and notice a brightening in the arms and the shoulders, and then bring the palms to the earth and start to glide the hands back until they're underneath the shoulders. Try to keep the elbows tucked in. It's okay if the hands need to come a little wider to squeeze the elbows in. And then let the hands stop just about at the shoulders. Keep that backwards moving energy tractioning into the mat as the hands pull back, and notice how that enlivens the triceps and the root of the shoulder blades. Maybe you even feel a little extra space in the neck as you do that. And then release that effort and take a couple of pulses like that, reaching the arms forward, maybe with an inhale or whatever feels natural with you, and then the opposite part of the breath, gliding the hands back, anchoring them down, and starting to wake up the backs of the arms, the shoulders, and the back body. 1 or 2 more. As you repeat, you might notice you can lengthen the spine more, and you want to start to hover the head. You're welcome to do that in a baby cobra. And the next time the hands glide down, we'll all play with that. So first the triceps awaken, then the shoulder blades drag down, and then let the spine lengthen forward, just hovering the head. Keep the gaze down so the back of the neck is nice and long. You don't want to feel really any work at the back of the neck. And then let's start to play with reaching the feet back, and notice if it helps you lengthen the spine and hover just a little more effortlessly above your yoga mat. And then set that down, slide the arms forward, and repeat. Now lifting through the upper body, reaching through the legs, and we'll add on swaying the spine towards the right. Play with reaching back with the left foot, and notice if that allows your head to reach even more to the right. See, curving the spine, and then arms reach forward, forehead down, and we repeat that going to the other side. So now we add in the side bend. If you're swaying to the left, then you reach the right leg back, and then inhale to reach the arms forward. And rest here at any time, especially if the arms or the back body is getting tired. And you'll repeat this on your own for a few more repetitions, and I want you to just pay particular attention to how reaching the opposite foot back allows you to have more support through the spine, more reach, more length, more buoyancy. And this is the dance we're going to be doing throughout class, using our feet and legs so that we can get more expansion in our back bends, in our side bends. So the unity is what allows us to become very spacious. 1 more to each side. And then the next time the arms reach forward, drag just the right hand back. Push into the right hand so you can roll onto your left side. And yes, we do this a lot, and it's my favorite, but it feels so good after what you just did, waking up the muscles in the arms and the shoulders. So just appreciate that extra nectar-like experience of massaging muscles that might feel awake or maybe even fatigued. Close the eyes if it helps you drop into sensation. And I find that it's easiest to feel the arm and the rib cage, the head area. Notice what it takes to shine your awareness all the way down the legs to the feet. Almost as if you could pop out of your body and observe the whole thing as you gently rock and massage here. And when we do this, when we're able to expand and see our whole body, we're no longer controlling isolated movements. We're giving our body the opportunity to work holistically as it's meant to. Take a moment to pause, flex the feet, and notice that sensation of the femurs anchoring into the hip socket. See if you can keep a neutral pelvis here, and then allow the top leg to reach back. It's up to you if you want to keep the foot hovering or if you want to melt it down. Just make sure your option feels great. And then slide the top arm forward opposite the foot. We'll do a little tug of war here. So first the arm's going to win. Start to reach the arm forward towards the corner of the yoga mat. Let it pull on the right shoulder and then the chest. And then start to reach the right leg behind you, and notice how that peels the hip open and slowly stacks the body. Be really gentle with this. Tug of war is kind of a dramatic expression of what's really happening, but we're making connections. And continue on your own with that arm reach and then the leg reach. And what's most important here is not going deep into letting the hip open behind you, but instead trying to feel how the rib cage and the pelvis are connected, how the muscles integrate, and how the body can work in unison. And the next time the right arm starts to reach forward, let it win. So you return to your belly. You can pause here with arms overhead, melt the forehead, or stack the hands and let the elbows come wide as we did in the beginning of class. Just whatever is most comfortable for you. Reconnect with the breath as we prepare for the other side. We'll do one round of our lateral bends here. So arms reach overhead, slowly glide the hands back underneath the shoulders, reach the feet back to peel the spine away from the mat. Start to lengthen the spine up and over to the right, and then reach your left foot back. And notice how it just magically takes you deeper. And then go to the other side. And now right hand slides long, push into the left hand. So you roll onto the right side, your back facing me. First just pause, melt, soften, and then start your gentle rocks. You might notice an area of the body right away, perhaps the tender side of the hip, or an area even in the neck or arm. And then slowly and patiently let your awareness expand until eventually you can imagine your whole body ever so gently traveling a little bit forward and a little bit back in space. And then of course always make sure the bottom arm feels comfortable here, so can change the angle of the arm, bend the elbow, do whatever takes the pressure off of the shoulder if it's too much. And then we'll begin our tug of war. So first pause at center, flex the feet, find a neutral pelvis, which should feel like the core brightens slightly as you do that. And then lift the left leg, draw it behind you, option to keep it up or lower it down. Reach the left arm towards the upper corner of the yoga mat and let the hand pull you gently towards the belly, but not quite landing there. And then top leg pulls back. Take your time here. Maybe you notice one feels stronger, like it's really easy with the arm, but hard with the leg. And this is a time to make those connections. So try lesser movements, smaller movements until both feel equally strong. It's almost as if the leg helps even as the arm is pulling, and vice versa. They're working together. And the next time the hand wins, gently return to the belly for one last moment. Let's all stack hands, elbows wide, and just notice any sense of awareness that's expanded through your body, any warmth in the shoulders and the hips. Bring the hands, or actually no, don't do anything, and I'm just going to be quiet for a moment. And if you'd like to hit play on the first track, now is a great time to do that. Bring hands underneath the shoulders and gently